I've consistently been recommended ARPGs. People told me you had to play Path of Exile, so I did, and I liked the game. People told me you had to play Diablo 2 in order to understand where Path of Exile came from, so I did, and I enjoyed Diablo 2. People told me you had to play Diablo 1 to understand where the franchise of Diablo and ARPGs really started, so I did, and Diablo 1 is probably my favorite, actually, out of almost all of the ARPGs I've played, but that's a topic for a different video. There is one ARPG that has consistently been recommended to me over the last year, and people will bring it up, and then everyone will be like, oh yeah, it's a great game, you have to play it. But I've never seen a video made about it, I've never seen a live streamer ever play it, and I've never seen anyone do anything other than just talk about the game and that it's a good game. And this has been frustrating me, so today I'm going to play the game. I'm going to do a blind playthrough. What game am I referencing? Well, you might have guessed it. I am, of course, referring to Grim Dawn. Now, if you're like me, you would have basically never heard of this game, or you maybe still haven't heard of this game, and I don't really blame you for that. In fact, if we look up the Steam player base, it has a whopping concurrent about 2,000 players. So with this small of a player base, it is amazing to me that this is a game that has consistently been recommended to me by both the audience as well as other ARPG enthusiasts. Steam reviews are pretty good. They're very positive. It is a game from 2016 and people are still talking about it. So it can't possibly be that bad, right? Now, I've been trying a lot of ARPGs and I feel like I've almost tried all of them. I have to try Titan Quest. Grim Dawn obviously is being tried today on the live stream. But every time that I try one of these new ARPGs, I end up learning something different about the genre, about what brings people to the genre. Diablo 2, for instance, playing through that one in its entirety made me realize how much good music, good cutscenes, a simplistic story that's followable, that actually has good voice acting, etc. Basically, the setting is the word that I would use, actually heavily influences how much you enjoy the game. Path of Exile, for instance, when I played that one, made me realize how much in-game itemization, being able to build your own build, because there's, thousands of different builds you can do, and depth of content really makes me enjoy an ARPG and gives longevity to ARPGs. And the crazy thing is how many ARPGs are actually out there. We have a variety of style ones, everything from No Rest for the Wicked, which is just very different. Last Epoch, which is sort of in the middle between games like Diablo 4 and Path of Exile. There's quite a large variety. So trying to figure out where Grim Dawn fits in this equation is what my battle is today. Now, based upon what people have told me, I'm going to go ahead and shoot a prediction, and then we're going to find out today whether or not I am right at all, since this is a fully blind prediction. I haven't played this shit at all, okay? I bought and downloaded it for today's live stream, haven't seen a video, nothing. So I'm just going to predict, based upon people telling me it's a great game, and the fact that we have other good games out there people are playing, is that it's a solid, 7 out of 10 game that has some pretty fun gameplay, some probably pretty decent builds, a couple unique things about it, but it's not such an overwhelmingly crushing good ARPG that it's able to compete for people's attention spans with giant franchise names like Diablo, or games that are consistently pumping out just shitloads of content like Path of Exile, for instance. And what's interesting is the people that recommend Grim Dawn the most are typically Path of Exile players. So that makes me think it probably has some depth to it. Which brings me to the confusing part. If it has so much depth to it, as I think it probably does, then why is there only 2,000 players playing it? Why over the last 8 years of it being out have we not heard more about it? And why do people consistently tell me in the live streams, this game is great, but then no one play it? Grim Dawn currently has a whopping total of 18 viewers. That's probably an unfair statistic. I mean, Twitch viewers doesn't really mean relevancy within gaming. It does mean what people prefer to watch. But if we look at games like Last Epoch, one that had even a cycle update lately, I mean, they only have 176 viewers right now. And granted, everyone's playing the new Path of Exile League and the new Diablo 4 season. And when you consider that Last Epoch is the newer game by 8 years, and that they just had their second cycle update, and they're at just about twice the concurrent players right now that Grim Dawn is, maybe Grim Dawn's Player base numbers actually aren't that bad. Going in fully blind to games with no expectation, no matter if it's ARPGs or games like Subnautica, has pretty much been my best experience in gaming. And trying out other ARPGs and sort of completing my ARPG education has been a really fun experience. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that ARPG education today. I'll be going live right now as of the posting of this video. If you're as curious as I am about Grim Dawn, you can come on by and watch the blind playthrough, and we'll kind of figure this game out and see what it's like together. And of course, on this channel, I will be posting my full review of Grim Dawn once I have completed the game. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. Links down below to the live stream, and I'll see you there.